So in this video I'll be taking the second sum on Otto cycle. So in this sum they have given us an ideal Otto cycle. They have told us that the temperature at the beginning of compression, that will be T1, is 300 Kelvin. They have given us the ideal air standard efficiency eta, and they are asking us to calculate the compression ratio, that is R of the engine. They have given us the peak temperature of the cycle, that is the maximum temperature obtained in the cycle. The maximum temperature is obtained in the cycle after the heat addition process, so it will be T3, which is given as 1150. They have also told us to calculate the temperature when the piston is at BDC during the expansion stroke. That is, when the expansion stroke has been completed, when the piston is at BDC, that will be what? That will be your V4. Temperature, so it will be T4. So they have asked us to calculate T4 as well.
So as always, I will start by writing the given data. After writing the given data, I will write all the things that we have to find. So they have told us to find out they have given us the peak temperature. Always remember, the peak temperature will be at the end of the heat addition. So where does the heat addition take place? 2 to 3. So the peak temperature will be at 0.3. They have asked us the temperature when the piston is at BDC during expansion. After expansion has taken place, it is 0.4 where it is at the BDC. Okay. So to understand it better, I will draw the PV diagram, which will be step 3. So as you can clearly see, the 3 point will be peak temperature point. So I have written T3, and the volume at the end of the expansion stroke when it is at BDC. This is your BDC. This is your TDC. This is VC, and this is VS. So next step is to find all the values at the salient points, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So they have given us T1. Temperature at 0.1 is 300 Kelvin. They haven't given us, they have given us T3 also, which is 1150 Kelvin. Now we need the compression ratio. To find the compression ratio, what is the formula of compression ratio? Compression ratio is what? V1 upon V2. That is volume at BDC divided by volume at TDC. So V1 upon V2, we will require V1 and V2, but we have no idea of V1 and V2. So what can we do? See, they have given us ideal efficiency. Now what is the formula of ideal efficiency of Otto cycle? Well, the formula is ideal efficiency is 1 minus 1 upon R raised to gamma minus 1. So this is the formula. You should know this by heart. Okay, efficiency of Otto cycle. So they have given the efficiency of Otto cycle as 0.5. Substituting it, 1 minus 1 upon R. Well, we don't know the value of compression ratio. What is gamma minus 1? Well, gamma is always 1.4. So we can write 1.4 minus 1, which will be 0.4. So 0.5 is equal to 1 minus 1 divided by R into 0.4, right? Let us take 1 divided by R into 0.4 on that side and 0.5 on this side. So what do we get? 1 divided by R raised to 0.4 is 1 minus 0.5 is equal to what? 0.5, right? So taking R raised to 0.4 on that side and 0.5 on this side, what are we going to get? 1 divided by 0.5 is equal to R raised to 0.4, which means R raised to 0.4 is equal to 2. Now how can we find out the value of R? Well, it is very simple. What if we raise this side 2, let us say 2.5. So 0.4 into 2.5 will be what? 1. So similarly we will have to raise this side by also 2.5. So r raised to 0.4 into 2.5 will be r raised to 1, will be 2 raised to 2.5. So what is the value of 2 raised to 2.5 is 5.66. 5.66. As it is compression ratio has no unit because it is a ratio of two volumes. So compression ratio is what? 5.66. Next thing they have told us to find out temperature when piston is at BDC during expansion. That is, we have to find out T4. To find T4, we will have to use some other kind of a logic. Well, see, what is this T4? See, we know T3 and T4 is an isentropic process. Well, for an isentropic process, you should always remember. See, for isentropic process, you have to remember these two formulas. What are the two formulas? P2 upon P1 is V1 upon V2 raised to gamma. And V1 upon V2 is what? R. So P2 upon P1 is R raised to gamma. What is the one formula that you have to remember? P2 upon P1 is what? R raised to gamma. What is the another formula that you have to remember? T2 upon T1 is V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1. Okay. So this is the another formula, and V1 upon V2 is R. So T2 upon T1 is R raised to gamma minus 1. Now we can use this formula. 1, 2 is also isentropic, 3, 4 is also isentropic. So we can use this formula in this case also. How will we write it? T3 upon T4. Okay, see over here. It's just like this formula. But instead of 2, I will write 3. T3 upon T4 is what? If 2, 1, then 1, 2. So here will be V4 upon V3 raised to gamma minus 1. Okay. So what will be I have to find out T4. Just see over here. V4 upon V3. V4 is same as V1 and V3 is same as V2. Okay, I will write it over here. Just so that we can continuously see the diagram, you have to write it on the next page. Okay, see over here, T3 upon T4 is equal to what? V4 upon V4 upon V3 raised to gamma minus 1. But V4 is what? V4 is same as V1 and V3 is what? V3 is same as V2. So I can write this as what? V1 upon V2 raised to gamma minus 1. Now we know V1 upon V2 is what? Compression ratio. So T3 upon T4 becomes what? R raised to gamma minus 1. So T4 will be what? Taking T4 there and this over here. T4 is equal to T3 divided by R raised to gamma minus 1. So T4 is equal to T3 is what? 1150 divided by R raised to gamma minus 1. R is 5.66 raised to what? 0.4. So that becomes 1150 divided by 5.66 raised to 0.4. It comes out to be 574.88 Kelvin. So this will be our answer. 574.88 Kelvin. Okay, thank you.